Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Evening Show right here on Smash FM here on a Friday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go to our friends over in the US, and we're heading to Kentucky in particular, of course, and speak to one of our favourite music artists over there. Of course, we had her on the show not long ago now. It was only a couple of months ago. And of course, her name's Rachel. She joins us right now. Thanks, Rachel, for joining us.
Hey, thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.
No worries. Well, since we last had you on the show, which would have been late last year, tell us how's it been like for you in regards to performing music?
Yeah, I'm sure, like I said last year, COVID has really put a damper on things here in the US. So, it's been kind of hard, but this year is picking up a little bit. We're finally starting to get to play some live shows with some, people in person, which is so awesome. We've missed that so much. So we've really been booking some more things like that, and we've been in the studio more, which has been a great way to really utilize our downtime when we haven't been able to perform. So it's actually been a pretty good year so far.
What major gigs or events have you done in person since we last had you on the show?
Yeah, we've had a couple. We've played at a few places in West Virginia, but not too far, Huntington, West Virginia. We had a really cool. This one was actually, it was a Facebook Live show, but it was for Jewel City Sessions, where we got to do some originals, and a lot of folks got to hear my new single before it's dropped, Red Carpet Gal. So that was a lot of fun, and we have some really fun shows gearing up too. We're going to be in Michigan this year, this July, and over in North Carolina this September. So yeah, we're really excited for what's to come.
Have you confirmed the dates for the one in Michigan and in North Carolina?
Yes, the Michigan show is, let me see, it is July 17th in Frankfort, Michigan. It's the Frankfort Community Music Festival. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but I believe the North Carolina is September 19th. But, it's all on my website to check it out. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Have you got any new singles or new releases since we last had you on the show?
Yeah, we are working on the new single now, which I'm so excited about. Like I said, it's all this downtime has been a great way to write more music and get in the studio. So May 7th, my new single Red Carpet Gal is dropping. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be a good one, I think.
Oh, that's fantastic. Great birthday present for me because that'll be May 8th over here. So.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah. Happy birthday. That's awesome.
Well, definitely we'll get you back on the show for that, which is in about, actually next week, actually. So,
wow, yeah, it is.
So we'll get you back on the show to perform that one for us. But tell us a bit about it. I know you don't want to give too much away because it's only a week away from now. But tell us, maybe just give us a little gist of what the song is about.
Yeah, it's actually a really fun one. A lot of my songs I feel like typically have a little bit more of a heartfelt, melancholy kind of vibe, which I love. But my husband actually wrote this song for me to sing, and it's a really sassy, a really fun one. It's called Red Carpet Gal, and basically, it's about this guy and this girl and this bad marriage, bad relationship, and he's going out to the dive bars and selling off her guitars, and basically, she's his doormat, or as we like to call it, his red carpet gal. So it's a fun one, and it's fun to have something different than what is normally that I do, but it's definitely got those classic country 90s Bakersfield vibes, which I'm really excited about everybody hearing.
And of course, after I've just mentioned that, and obviously when we get you back on the show again, probably next month, because obviously the new release is coming up next week. I guess, have you done a music video for it?
No, we haven't got that done yet. I've got some things that I'm trying to work on, so you can just keep posted for that. But I would love to throw something together.
Now, since we last had you on the show, have you had like any like new fans or new Aussie fans?
I do try and look at my fan base, and you guys are so supportive over there. You guys are like in the top percentage of my fans. So that really means a lot. Yeah, it's really cool to get on there and see that you guys are supporting me from so far away.
And I guess on top of that as well, how cool is that? And I know we already asked you this question before when we last had you on the show, but I'm going to ask it again.
Of course.
When are you hoping to come down to Australia to perform or even to visit?
Hey, I am open, like I always say, anytime. That has honestly always been a dream of mine, to get down there and play some songs for you guys, and just to be there. It's so beautiful. But if I ever have a date set, you guys will be the first to know, but hopefully sooner rather than later.
Have you had many of your Aussie fans, requesting that?
I get a few. So I think I think we would have a fun turnout.
I know that you mentioned that before about, you're performing in Michigan and North Carolina in the next couple months. But is any, performances or gigs that you would love to perform maybe at Madison Square Garden in New York or over in LA? Is that something you want to do as well?
Yeah, of course, I would love Madison Square Garden. That would be awesome. I would just all the states that I haven't visited and performed at so far, that would be that I would love to broaden my reach with you guys and with everybody, even overseas, even to Australia, and I've even had some fans over in England, which is I would love to go there. That's always been somewhere it looks really fun to go. And yeah, I mean everywhere. Of course, Grand Ole Opry maybe someday, but yeah, we got big dreams.
Now you mentioned that with the new song, obviously that was your husband that wrote the song and obviously co-wrote that with you. How important has he been throughout your music journey so far?
Yeah, he's been so important and so helpful. When we first met, I was doing music full time, just me, and that's fun, but it is 10 times more fun when the person you love gets to join in what you love doing. And so it's been really, really great, and also just like you said, really helpful. He writes a lot of songs with me. He's a great musician, and he's an awesome singer as well. So he's kind of the whole package. We get to do it together, and it's a lot of fun when I have somebody who can sing a Johnny and June song with. It's awesome.
Well, you, well, you pretty much almost just answered my next question about how much has he, I guess, put into this one was like, I think I'm assuming that you just mentioned before that he did some vocals with you as well.
Actually, this one's all me, but
Oh,
it is. He handed the reins over to me, which I'm very honored to be the one to get to do it.
how much have you, put into his music and songs yourself?
Yeah, I feel like as a team we do really well. So it's always fun. I've helped him co-write songs, and like I said, vice versa. It's been a lot of fun, and we actually have some stuff in the works for some acoustic songs or acoustic videos dropping of some originals that he's written, and I help him sing on those, and also I've got a few coming up, but that's going to be something fun dropping a little later this year.
Now, I guess I'm sure you know what his schedule is going to be like. Does he have any like big gigs or events coming up himself? And you might as well give him a bit of a plug as well.
you know, um, he's mostly touring with me right now. So he love his heart. He's just like, you know what, honey, I'm gonna be there with you. So he's really great about that. But yeah, I mean, I share his stuff on mine. So if anybody is curious and he gets some stuff coming up, you'll know where to find it.
Now, what does the music industry mean to you now?
Oh, it means so much. It's just such a great opportunity for me to I've always loved music, and I grew up on Southern gospel and bluegrass and things like that. And then I transitioned into really loving traditional country and just, especially the 90s country music, just stuff like that. And so being in the music industry in today's day and age, when, I'm no hate, but when you turn on the radio and all country music is about is lifted trucks and drinking and, this girl and that girl, um, it's true though, right?
Yes, yes.
So, it feels really good to bring a new take to country music. And, I've always strived to be somebody who little girls can look up to and, can listen to my music and not, be hearing all this stuff. And it could just be a really good outlet and a good inspiration for people, I hope.
Of course, you're currently based in Kentucky and I was in the West Virginia, which is, of course, famous for its bluegrass, as you already mentioned already.
Yes.
For everyone here in Australia, I have no idea what bluegrass is, the genre itself, and obviously how big it is in that region. Tell us what it is and how big is it over there?
Oh man, I think bluegrass is something that almost every kid in Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia and this Appalachian region has been raised on. It is um just imagine, I don't know if you've ever seen the show The Beverly Hillbillies, but when they
Yeah.
bring when they bring Earl Scruggs and all them on there, it's the banjo, the mandolin, the beautiful big resonating guitars. It's just the best mix of all those. And it's such a big part of our heritage. It's something that I'll definitely love forever.
Now, do you have a famous, bluegrass singer or even, just any music artist at all that you look up to?
Yeah, I mean, I've always, of course, loved Dolly Parton and her songwriting and everything about her. But I grew up on Ralph Stanley bluegrass, which he's very big around here. So my papa, he raised me on that. I remember, he gave me, whenever I got my first truck, he gave me a Ralph Stanley cassette tape to play in my truck. So it's I obviously, that's something I've cut my teeth on. But and even Sonia Isaacs, who is a bluegrass gospel artist, I was raised on her, and she is such a big inspiration as well. But and going into classic country, Johnny Cash has had such a big inspiration, such an effect on me, just watching his story and his music and his songwriting. Definitely just look up to all of those people.
Now, obviously, other than, Johnny Cash, who obviously he's no longer with us, but have you met the other two and have they given you any words of advice?
Unfortunately, Ralph Stanley has passed away not too long ago. So yeah, I won't get to do that. But someday I hope to meet Dolly Parton and Sonia Isaacs. Oh my gosh. So super funny story about that. For my birthday this past year, I actually got to go to one of her concerts, and that was the last time I had been to one of her concerts was when I was probably 3 or 4, and so I was really excited. Well, I get to meet her. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my birthday. I get to meet my favorite artist ever, and I just started bawling. There was not much room for talk and advice. She just hugged me and I was just crying, and I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. But it was a sweet moment.
So, so Rachel, I need to ask you as a follow-up question then. I guess I'm assuming by the sounds of it, you were starstruck. And
Yeah.
did you at least get a photo with her?
I did. I wiped my tears real quick, and we got a picture at least. So it was not all not all tears.
When that happened on your birthday, meet her in person, I'm assuming backstage and all that. How much of a starstruck were you?
You know, more than I even expected. I mean, she is somebody that our whole family has been raised on, and most of the people in the Appalachian area has always grew up listening to, and I guess she's somewhat local. So it was just like I was so excited to see her, and I thought I'm going to keep my cool. I'm going to talk to her and get a picture, And I couldn't do it. I just started crying. It was so overwhelming.
So I need to finish with these last two questions. Now, you mentioned about Dolly Parton as well, who's kicking really strong at the moment as well.
Yeah.
Now, considering that you bawled your eyes out with Sonia, what happens if you get to meet Dolly in person?
Honestly, I have no clue. Hopefully, I could keep my composure enough to really take it in. But at this point, anything could happen.
Now we got to finish with this last one, which is for everyone that should follow your music or even purchase, if it's or even have a chance to pre-order your new single, which is coming out on Saturday our time. What would be your advice to people that should follow your music, and on how about downloading it?
Yeah, so I'm super easy to find. All of my handles are at I am Rachel Messer, and my website I am rachelmesser.com. So it's you can find me there. But the song is going to be out pretty much anywhere you listen to music. iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora, you name it, it's there. So it's going to be a good drop, I'm hoping. And I always appreciate everybody's support.
Well, Rachel, as I mentioned in the intro, we love having you on the show. You're one of our favorite artists. We can't wait to hopefully get to meet you in person,
Yes.
either over there in the US or over here in Australia. Hopefully, it's over here in Australia. And can't wait for that new release on my birthday. It's gonna be a fantastic birthday present, and
Yeah.
and looking forward to it. And we'll definitely get you on the show to hopefully perform it to us, as well as talk a bit more about that new single.
Yeah, sounds great. I'll be here anytime. Thank you again for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
No worries. And that's Rachel Messer there. Join us because, as we mentioned, if you want to pre-order or even download her music, because we'll put it all up on our social media, because or visit her website, because rachelmesser.com, as she mentioned, or on the socials. There's more on the Smash It Evening Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.